are here with Sarah Stemen. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's talk about paid search. What do you think of the state of paid search in 2023? Like, what's working hard for you right now?
So I think it's incredibly cluttered from a provider standpoint. There's a lot of us trying to be professional out there. But once you start having the face-to-face conversations with people, you realize they're craving people that really know what they're doing and are able to almost provide like that consultative view versus just turn on their ads and say, okay, it's working. Yeah.
And what's something that's hardly working for you right now? Something that used to be really good and now it's just not what it used to be. Anything?
I would say, I mean, it sounds redundant, but just a lot of the match type stuff can be, super duper annoying. You're just sort of always a little bit of a whack-a-mole game. So like going into e-commerce, if you have a brand campaign, it's a little bit broader than it used to be. Matching to some of your competitors, you're just really trying to watch the spin there, holding the tidal wave back.
Awesome. Do you have any advice for anyone who's trying to stay in the know with PPC these days? Like, where do you go to learn continuous learning?
The community, all of you guys, absolutely the community. And I think that's why we've grown so much over the past couple of years, because it's to the point where we all help each other navigate what's going on. And that's not to say, sometimes I think people get frustrated because they'll put really direct questions out there and we won't answer that. But you have to dig a little still, but, we help offer that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Ceasar Barba of LVV Solutions. Ceasar, you're mainly working on paid these days, correct? Paid ads?
Paid search mainly and shopping. Yeah.
Okay. What is something are you working on anything like fun in your accounts? Anything good? Anything you're proud of? Like anything that's exciting?
Honestly, my big focus getting in going solo with LVV Solutions is just working with good people, good energy, and as long as that's there, the accounts kind of just end up being fun anyways, so.
Yeah, the vibe's got to be right, then the results are right, right?
Yeah.
Okay, anything going on right now that's working hard in your accounts, that's doing a great job, something that you're seeing a lot of success with the spends?
It's kind of across the board. I don't have enough accounts to really, see trends industry-wide. It's really across all industries. So for me, I really like working on just Google Ads experiments. That really is fun to test out bidding strategies and automated tests. And some of them work, some of them don't. Some of them are better manual. Some of them are better to do with target ROAS or target CPA. So just
not enough people use experiments. I don't get it.
It's fun. It's fun. You have all the control and you get all the benefits of both sides.
Okay. Anything that's hardly working on the other side? Anything causing problems, pain points, anything like that?
Maybe just the obvious. Google's continuing to take away more and more from what you can see, and that just kind of sucks.
Okay. And anything you're looking forward to in 2024? Anything fun going on in your accounts?
For a lot of my accounts, actually, 2024 just has I'm kind of like the opposite of holiday season, so January really picks up, and it's just going to be a lot more data and fun stuff to test.
Cool. So if people want to get in touch, want to hire you, where do they go? How do they find you?
Probably a little more old school than most. I don't have a website, so just Ceasar@lvvsolutions.com. That's how you can get me.
All right, Ceasar@lvvsolutions.com. Thank you so much for jumping on this interview, Ceasar.
Another casualty.
Here with Crystal from Wix, Wix.com, and host of the SERPs Up podcast with Morty Oberstein. You're the engine that makes SERPs Up go, let's be honest.
I mean, it has been said. People are saying it, but I don't know.
Yes. Well, I think your podcast is fantastic because it is educational, informative, but fun. Like, is that something that was intentional?
Yeah, entirely intentional. I think Morty was really instrumental and obviously in putting it together. And one of the things that was absolutely core was making sure that that was part of it. And certainly one of the things that we took inspiration from was actually your fantastic, wonderful podcast, which also makes sure that we, these topics, we're all really passionate about these topics, and we don't think it's boring, so we shouldn't approach it from a sort of boring angle at all. And I think that we really want to make sure that people are engaged with it, and also that people of all different levels of SEO knowledge and SEO experience are able to engage with the content as well. So we always make sure that we sort of have a section where we sort of catch anyone up on any terms that they need to have, but so that they can also jump into some of the sort of heavier hitting topics as well.
Yeah, and we were talking with George earlier, and I think that it seems the ability to help with the learning and education from Wix is phenomenal with the SEO Learning Center and the podcast. And it seems like you just have good support and are able to do that. Is that the case?
Yeah, so one of the things that's great about Wix is that we have over 200 million users, and we have people of all different levels who are using it. So we need to be able to cater for people who are just getting started with their website and their digital journey, and also people who've been working online for many, many years. And that's what we try to do across all of our educational thing, where it's accessible, lowercase accessible, and also uppercase accessible, but to all audiences.
Okay, and the mic's off right now. How bad is it working with Morty?
We get by. We do all right. No, Morty's a great dude, and it's great to be working with him.
Okay, and if people want more Crystal, how do they find you? Where can they listen? What should they do?
So Serps Up comes out every single Wednesday, so you can check that out at the Wix SEO Learning Hub, which is at wix.com/SEO/learn, and the podcast is at /podcast. So you can see all of those episodes there. You can find the podcast on Spotify and all of the other places where you listen to podcasts, and you can find me at Crystal on the Web on Twitter, and also at LinkedIn /Crystal on the Web, whatever the extension is for your LinkedIn profile as well. But yeah, Crystal on the Web, that's me.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm here with Ross Hudgens of Siegemedia. Just before we get started, confirmed content goblin or no?
Definitely a goblin, yeah.
And Ross is one of the good ones in the content game. So one of the good goblins.
Good goblin, yeah.
So what's one of the things that you're seeing with, let's say, I know because we've talked before, with AI and some of the things people are getting right and some of the things people are getting wrong?
Just overall using it to just scale out low quality content, I think is the wrong way to do it. I'm going to talk about it later in my session, but using it to support high quality inputs and having it do something around that high quality, best in class input, like you give it copy, you edit it, or you give it a high quality design and maybe it describes that design, like in a category or page level, that's probably going to be the best use of it currently, is our opinion.
Awesome. I know I'm a big fan of all the work you do, all the content. Again, check out Siegemedia if you need content. Are you working on anything fun right now? Anything cool? Anything you've done recently that you're really proud of? Anything of that?
Not on work related or?
Well, work related first, then life related. Let's go with that.
I am excited by the AI stuff. It can be a little nerve wracking in terms of all the disruption and what have you, but there's innovation happening and that's always interesting. And staying on top of that. I think there was always the anxiety we're all going to be left behind, but as long as you keep paying attention, iterating, I think everyone's fine. We're not suddenly all going to not have our jobs.
And on the life side?
Life side, potentially getting a vacation rental in Bend, Oregon, so I'm super excited about that.
Nice.
Lovely area.
And if people want more Ross, people want more Siegemedia, how do they find you?
Just search Ross Hudgens, and I'm active on Twitter and LinkedIn. And our website, Siegemedia, we're active there as well.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ross, and great to see you.